Hi, I'm Richard Holcomb, and welcome to Who Rocks New Mexico. Today, we'll head south to the Permian Basin for a look at New Mexico's oil and gas industry. Then we'll spend some time with Paul and Mariano Chavez of Valley Fence, mixing faith, family, and fencing into one of New Mexico's most successful companies. Griffin Associates has embraced new media and has seen dramatic results for their clients. But first, let's learn how heritage hotels have become New Mexico's cultural ambassadors to the world.
I think what makes Heritage different from other hotel companies is that first of all, we're a locally owned and operated hotel company that operates in New Mexico. But the neat thing is that we tell the story of our culture and heritage. Each property has a cultural partnership. The nice thing about that is whenever you stay at a Heritage hotel, not only are you having a great experience that you're able to take your family and your friends to show the culture of our area, but you're giving back to the community. For every dollar that's spent at a Heritage hotel, we give back to a community partner. We have hotels that cover the state from the south to the north. Starting in the south, Hotel Encanto Las Cruces celebrates really the rich tradition of Mexican culture. It's like a beautiful hacienda sitting in southern New Mexico. Great resort property, got a beautiful pool we just redid. Great bar called Azul, some of the best cocktails in the state of New Mexico. Just a fantastic place to get away, relax, and just kind of have a nice relaxing weekend. Then moving towards the center of the state, we have two hotels in Albuquerque. Hotel Albuquerque, which is located in Old Town, a beautiful property that celebrates the tri-culture of New Mexico. The Spanish, the Mexican, and the Native American cultures. The grounds are beautiful and just celebrates really the rich tradition of New Mexico. It has a beautiful pool as well, a great place to get away. It has two bars, Casa Esencia and Q Bar. Has Garduños, beautiful patio on Garduños, great place to get away and have a fantastic New Mexican meal. Our other property is Nativo Lodge. Nativo celebrates really the Native American culture in a very contemporary way. One of the coolest things about Nativo Lodge is it's got great artist rooms. We've allowed New Mexico artists, actually local artists, to come, take the room to the studs and rebuild these rooms and celebrate really their form of artistry. And it's fantastic, it's a must-see. Nativo Lodge has a beautiful indoor-outdoor pool, great for families. So we have four great hotels in Santa Fe. First is Hotel St. Francis, which tells the story really of the Franciscan monasteries that moved into that area in the early 1600s. Its theme is in simplicity there's complexity. We have a great bar there called Secreto. It tells the story of the secret grape, how the mission grape came to New Mexico. Great place to have a cocktail. Then moving to Hotel Chimayo, which is also in Santa Fe. And this is really a beautiful, really quaint, romantic hotel that tells the story of northern New Mexico. It tells it through its rich traditions, art, through its weavings, just even in the guest rooms. The guest rooms have beautiful wood-burning fireplaces. You can smell that piñon, it's just fantastic. It's got a really cool bar that celebrates the lowrider culture. It's called Low and Slow. A really cool place to have a cocktail. We have the only exclusive lowrider parking space in the country. You'll have to see that. Some really cool lowriders that park outside that celebrate that culture. And our newest addition to our Santa Fe collection is the El Dorado Hotel and Spa. Our beautiful Nita Spa has just been recognized as one of the top 10 spas in the world and has great views of Santa Fe. As you walk right out of our doors, you're absolutely on the plaza. And then our last property in Santa Fe is the Lodge of Santa Fe, which is a fantastic place to get away as well. One of the only hotels in Santa Fe that has a beautiful outdoor resort style pool. Really nice place to get away, enjoy the beautiful sunlight of New Mexico. That property celebrates really the performing arts, so really a must-see. And then our last property in northern New Mexico is in Taos. It's called Palacio de Marsella, and it tells the story of really the noble women of northern New Mexico. Very quaint little bed and breakfast type of property. The neat thing there is the grounds are just beautiful, the gardens are gorgeous, and it's just a fantastic place to enjoy yourself and get away for the weekend. We want to invite you to come stay with us at Heritage Hotels and Resorts. Let us share a little bit about our culture and heritage with you and with your family, whether it be for a wedding, business, or just for a nice weekend getaway. Whether you're from New Mexico you're from anywhere in the United States or from outside of the United States, we'd love you to visit. We think we have really some unique hotels that you have to see. We're really excited to have you. Come experience our hospitality. Let us welcome you to our community. We're excited for you to be here and looking forward to having you.
A lot of places rock our state too. Here's another Travel Guide New Mexico moment. The Rio Grande Gorge near Taos is undoubtedly one of New Mexico's most beautiful landmarks. Unlike the Grand Canyon, which was carved out by the Colorado River, the Rio Grande Gorge was created by volcanic and seismic activity and is actually a separation in the Earth's crust. The river came later. Spectacular, isn't it? A lot of people have seen the Rio Grande Gorge, and when you come to Taos, it's one of the things that you absolutely have to see. But I'll bet not many of you have seen it the way that we're going to see it today. How about this for spectacular? Ed Smith, proprietor of the Pueblo Balloon Company in Taos, takes visitors on a balloon ride they'll never forget.
What we are doing is we are flying in the Rio Grande Gorge outside Taos, New Mexico. And this is the neatest flight in the whole world. Not just the state, but the whole world.
You've taken people up from all over the world.
Yes,
what do they say about this flight?
We have flown folks that have flown in Kenya, the Serengeti, Australia, New Zealand, Turkey. And they all say the same thing, that our flight here in the gorge was better and more fun. So that makes us very, very proud.
Tammy and Mike, who are visiting from Missouri, are two of the lucky few who got the chance to fly in the gorge. So, what do you think?
It's great.
Is this a little bit better than it might have been in Missouri?
Oh, yeah.
Most pilots who fly the gorge can't resist the temptation of lightly touching down on the water.
Yeah, if you go in just a little bit, it's called a dip and drip. And if you go in up to your knees, it's called a splash and dash. And if you go in up to your neck, it's called a really big mistake.
So Ed, it's not everybody that gets to ride on the Rio Grande this way, is it?
No, sir. This is the best way.
After giving us a close-up look at the Rio Grande, Ed took us up for a slightly different look at the gorge. We're now about, what, Ed, 2,000 feet above ground?
Yep, 2,000 feet.
Talk to me a little bit about how high a balloon can go, because this is the high. I've been in a lot of balloon rides, but I've never been at 2,000 feet. So how high can they go?
We're limited by the FAA to about 14,000 above sea level because we don't have onboard oxygen. So here, since we're starting at 7,000, when we get to about 6,000, we're starting to push the FARs. Normally we try to get 1,000 to 2,000 feet so you can get a good, beautiful look at the Rio Grande Gorge Valley. But it's actually up to Mother Nature as to how high we fly.
I can't overstate the spectacular beauty of seeing the Rio Grande Gorge from a hot air balloon, and these pictures you're seeing just don't do the gorge justice. You have to see this for yourself. If you'd like information on how you can fly the gorge with the Pueblo Balloon Company, visit TravelGuideNewMexico.com.
If you'll raise your glasses, we have a toast to ballooning. The winds have welcomed you with softness. The sun has blessed you with his warm hands. For you have flown so high and so well that God has joined you in your laughter and set you gently back into the loving arms of Mother Earth.
Cheers.
Cheers. And our thanks today to Ed Smith, premier balloon pilot and owner of the Pueblo Balloon Company. Ed, thanks so much for letting us fly along with you today and meeting all these great new people from Pennsylvania and Missouri and all points on, and we'll see you again soon, my friend.
You bet, Mr. Richard. You're welcome, and like I said, come back and get high with us again sometime.
We'll do that. Thanks. Up next, oh, give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Just fence me in.
Hi, I'm Doug Wilson with American Tire and Service. Did you know any independent, reputable automotive repair center can provide factory scheduled maintenance under your new vehicle warranty? It's true, you don't need to go to the dealer. You know us, you trust us. So check your owner's manual for scheduled maintenance and let your guys at American Tire do the rest. Engine maintenance, transmission, tire rotation, any scheduled maintenance. American Tire and Service, your guys for all your vehicle maintenance and repairs. See us today.
Hi, I just saw Robert Wagner on television reading a script about reverse mortgages. You know, Robert doesn't know anything about reverse mortgages, but I do. Every month at Frost Mortgage, we loan hundreds of thousands of dollars to seniors to eliminate their mortgage payments for the rest of their lives. How much better would your life be if you didn't have a mortgage payment to make next month? If you're 62 or older, give us a call and we'll show you how this wonderful mortgage program works.
The Chavez family of Valley Fence has built their business for over 40 years, one fence at a time.
I started the company in '69. I actually was born here in New Mexico, but I had been in the West Coast in California for a while, and then came back here and actually opened this fence company here. And it's been good. You know, it wasn't easy because all you had at that point is just a truck and a wheelbarrow.
You know, my father did the hard work. He got it off the ground, started it from nothing, as he was saying back in 1969.
We've been working together for so long that he's actually become my friend. So it's good. It is good.
I've known Paul since I was 6 years old. That's around 48 years that we've been friends, and ended up being co-workers. I met him many years ago when they first started Valley Fence back in 1969. We were both little kids, and we still know each other to this day. We still work with each other, and we're still friends.
You do become a family, and we've had our employees, a lot of our key employees, for years and years. We couldn't be where we're at today without our employees. Close-knit, they become more than just employees, they're family.
We kid around that we're like the fencing supermarket of the Southwest, and we're proud of it. We hang our signs everywhere. If you drive anywhere in this city, in this state, you're going to see a Valley Fence sign. We're pretty proud that we've done almost every bridge in I-40 and I-25. A lot of the decorative type fences you see on these bridges, Valley Fence has done them.
We do lots of big work. We like the big work. You know, we're excited about that, and being statewide and in the surrounding states. But we've always tried to keep in touch with the residential side of it.
We've always kept the residential because it's what got us started. Fencing is sort of a security type of thing anyway. People want to keep their dogs in and want to, you know, keep their houses safe and so on, and that kind of thing. And so it's an easy way to get to know people.
I absolutely love it. I think it gives the entire property and the house a totally different character that maybe other style of fences wouldn't necessarily provide.
We feel we can give back and continue to give back to our community on the residential aspect and be a service to them in that area. When you're born and raised here in New Mexico, as we were, and have our roots here, so we're involved with the community. We appreciate the community. We know that we're here because of the community. On an average year, different kinds of fence, we do over 100 miles a year. So that'll kind of give you an idea. You're talking barbed wire or chain link or woven wire game fence, guardrail, whatever it may be. And so it's miles and miles and miles of fence work. We do a lot of work for the city, for the state highway department.
Some notable projects that we did with Valley Fence included Tower Pond Community Park, the North Domingo Baca Community Park, and the New Mexico Veterans Memorial at Filchacone Park. All of our projects are procured either through competitive bid or a selection process. So we knew that we were getting the best price for the scope of work that we were asking for.
This is a great facility here in the Valley, and we're proud that we were able to have a part in working with the city on this project. We got 4 different fields and batting cages, and just up in the corner there's also a skate park. One of the other products that we're really proud that we worked on was the New Mexico Veterans Memorial. It's a beautiful tribute to the New Mexico veterans.
Obviously, price is an important component for us doing work, but in addition to that, We got people who were reliable, dependable, who provided a quality product and good service to their customers.
Appreciate the customers, appreciate the people, because as I said, you know, the people around you is what makes the company. You can only provide the service, and if you don't provide a good service, of course you're not going to be around very long. And we've been here for 40 some odd years, so obviously we're doing something right.
Up next, Griffin Associates has embraced new media and they're seeing dramatic results for their clients.
We'd like to invite you to First Tuesdays, a networking event created specifically for business owners and executives.
Giving you the opportunity to interact on a personal level with business people just like you.
Mark your calendar for every first Tuesday in 2014.
4:30 to 6:30 at Hotel Albuquerque's Q Bar for free hors d'oeuvres, happy hour cash bar,
and networking with fellow business owners and executives.
It's new, it's social, it's your opportunity to make new connections, build relationships, and share new ideas with your peers.
No pressure, no speakers, no roster, and no rules.
And name tags with first names only, so the focus is on you rather than your company.
It's First Tuesdays for business owners and executives, 4:30 to 6:30 at Hotel Albuquerque's Q Bar.
To register, visit firsttuesdaysabq.com. Be there!
Need office space? 3791 Southern Boulevard in Rio Rancho represents an outstanding value in office space in the heart of Rio Rancho's business district. With clean and versatile space available, 3791 Southern Boulevard is a 2-story office building and offers good visibility with signage opportunities for tenants. There's only one suite of up to 2,700 square feet still available, so act now. For more information, call David at 505-259-3706. Looking for something fun to do in Albuquerque? Look no further. ABQ365.com is your resource for things to do in ABQ. From food and wine to local culture to sporting events, ABQ365 has something for you to do every day of the year. Check out the 365 days of events. Get out and enjoy all your city has to offer. Go to ABQ365.com to make your plans today. Griffin Associates has embraced new media and they're seeing dramatic results for their clients.
So the world has moved to this device, and the stats are showing that by the year 2020, which is dangerously close, 6 years from now, over 85% of the world will be using this. And what that means is more and more people today are getting all their information. They're finding your business, they're finding your nonprofit, they're finding your event on a screen this size. So the world really has moved away from the PC and to the phone. So the first thing that every business needs to make sure is that their website is responsive and works well on a screen that is that small. The last thing you want is people to have to sit there on their device and try to make it bigger so they can read it, because if it's too much trouble, guess what? They're going to be on to the next competitor.
So one of our smaller clients, Land of Enchantment Spine Surgery, in looking at all their Google Analytics, we were really able to get in there and determine that over 60% of all the searches to their site, their traditional display site, was happening through mobile devices. In response to that, we went ahead and built out a responsive site for Land of Enchantment Spine. And the site is an exact mirror of anything that you would be exposed to on the display side. You also can search it with your mobile device as well. And we've noticed since we went to the responsive site for Land of Enchantment Spine Surgery that traffic to the website has gone up. The number of pages viewed has skyrocketed, and then also the average site duration is well over 3 to 5 minutes.
Everything really is online today, and that is great news because we can hone in and target the exact audience that we're trying to reach. So in the old days when I was in school 30 years ago, it was all about reaching the masses. So advertising was all about how many millions of impressions are you getting, and you spent millions of dollars to reach those millions of people. Today, we can hone in and reach the 1,000 people or the 100 people or the 10 people or the one person that you're wanting to reach. And you're only going to pay to reach that person.
One of the major tools that we've been using in the kind of new media world is Facebook advertising, LinkedIn advertising. What's really cool about those things is that they're highly targeted and you're speaking to just the audience that you want to be speaking to. You can target by zip code, by city, by state. It's really neat all the stuff that you can do now, and all of the analytics that Facebook has in the back end allows you to see what's working and what's not. One of the clients that we've had a lot of success with is the town of Taos. We have a sign up on their website. We also have a sign up at the visitor center so people can opt into the list. And we average about 15 to 20% opening rate with that, and probably 10% click-through rate.
So in today's world, the media is changing so quickly, and what I find for a lot of businesses and business people that I talk to is they're completely overwhelmed. They're stymied. It's like, oh my God, do I Twitter, do I Facebook, do I buy social media, do I get a responsive website, do I buy bathroom stall advertising? I'm just like, I don't know where to go next. So if you find yourself in that position, let us talk to you. We always give a complimentary consultation, can take a look at your business and your organization and help you sort through all the options and figure out what is the best plan for you.
New Mexico's black gold means jobs and a large part of New Mexico's revenue.
It feels so true. When I'm with you, I'm free.
Hi, I'm Michael Newman, the host of New Mexico True Television, a brand new show coming up right after Who Rocks New Mexico. New Mexico True Television will show you our great state as you've never seen it before. And we'll provide you with travel tips to make it easy for you to plan your next New Mexico True staycation. So stay right here, enjoy Who Rocks New Mexico, and stay with us at 8:30 for the new weekly New Mexico True Television show. I'll see you in just a few minutes.
What you don't need when it's time to close your mortgage is a nameless, faceless voice at the other end of a 1-800 number. What you do need is a licensed local loan officer who will attend your closing, sit with you and answer every one of the questions that you will surely have as you read and sign over 57 legal documents. At Frost Mortgage, we're licensed, we're professional, and we're local. We don't just close loans, we open doors.
Hi, I'm Doug Wilson, the owner of American Tire and Service. Do you know what makes a great mechanic? Training is mighty important. Certification? You bet. But do you know what really makes a great mechanic? Heart. It's a passion that drives the mechanic to do the right thing every time. We've been helping people like you for over 25 years. We're locally owned and proud to serve you.
American Tire and Service on Highway 528 between Southern and Northern. The only guys for you.
Let's meet Steve Henke and Wally Drangmeister with the New Mexico Oil and Gas Association and get an inside look at this very important and fascinating industry.
New Mexico's oil and gas industry is proud of the role we play in the overall success of our state. This industry supports nearly 30,000 high-paying jobs, and every single day, New Mexico Oil and Gas brings more than $6 million in taxes and royalties to the state of New Mexico and local governments. These dollars support public schools, state universities, and other government services across the state, and lower the tax burden for every New Mexican.
One of New Mexico's major oil and gas producing regions is right here in the Permian Basin. The Permian Basin is in and around the towns of Roswell, Artesia, Hobbs, Lovington, and Carlsbad. The majority of New Mexico's oil is produced in this region. The first wells were drilled in this area in the 1920s. Recent improvements in exploration, drilling, and well completion technology have added spectacular new growth and activity to the area. A company playing a big part in New Mexico's oil business is McVeigh Drilling. Their crews keep plenty busy drilling wells throughout the Permian Basin, from southeast New Mexico into West Texas.
Since the middle of 2009, McVeigh Drilling has been running at almost 100% capacity. We're drilling for small independent oil companies as well as big, well-known companies. Over the past year, I'd say we've drilled almost 60 wells. That means we're keeping a lot of people employed. 30 workers for each rig that we operate, and up to 50 indirect jobs for every well that we drill. Probably 95% of our wells are drilled horizontally. Horizontal drilling allows us to drill down several thousand feet and then curve the borehole to drill horizontally for up to 2 miles. The producing area is then treated with a process called hydraulic fracturing.
Hydraulic fracturing, or fracking, has been used safely in the state of New Mexico for more than 50 years. In areas where oil exists in very dense, solid rock, we inject a solution that is mostly water and sand along with some special additives under high pressure. Water opens small fractures in the rock, and the sand wedges in these fractures, keeping them open to allow the oil and gas to flow. Because of horizontal drilling and hydraulic fracturing, we're seeing great numbers of productive wells being drilled every month in southeast New Mexico. And all companies now report what's in the hydraulic fracturing fluid to state regulators for every well that is treated.
Protecting the environment, groundwater, and human health are part of everyone's job in the oil and gas industry. Today's oil and gas industry takes great care in locating our well pads where there will be the least amount of disturbance to plants and wildlife. We avoid areas such as the Shinnery Oak Dunes, which are home to the dune sagebrush lizard, and we avoid areas where lesser prairie chickens mate. In fact, in prairie chicken habitat, we even cease drilling operations during the mating season.
One of the major safeguards in protecting the environment and the groundwater is proper well construction. Construction methods like this and regulatory inspections are important factors that help us to safely drill, hydraulically fracture, and operate the wells.
Once an oil well is drilled, it can operate for years, even decades. And with good stewardship, the productive life of an oil field can be extended. We can learn more at the East Vacuum facility near Hobbs.
We are here at our East Vacuum Grayburg San Andreas CO2 plant. Here at the East Vacuum, we are in third stage recovery, which is where we actually pump carbon dioxide in the ground for third stage recovery. First, we capture and separate the oil, gas, and produced water at our central tank battery. The gas and carbon dioxide are then compressed and re-injected back into the field in a series of injection wells. After that, the carbon dioxide is then recirculated in a continuous process. This technology extends the life of the oil fields and enables us to produce higher quantities of oil for a longer period of time.
As you can see, the oil and gas industry is dependent on the rocks of New Mexico, but it's also an industry that rocks New Mexico. Our communities and each and every one of us benefit from New Mexico oil and gas.
The economic impact of the oil and gas industry in southeastern New Mexico has been tremendously positive. Employment is up, local tax revenue's up, and there's an ever-growing vibrancy in those of us living in this part of the state. Families, small businesses, contractors, you name it.
We are all very proud of the contributions oil and gas make toward education in New Mexico. Oil and gas revenues benefit every public school, college, and university all across the state, including our own New Mexico Junior College right here in Hobbs. In addition to the impact the oil and gas industries have on local commerce, our oil and gas businesses are among our top leaders in local civic affairs. They are very generous in time, talent, and treasure toward local causes and community activities.
We're very grateful for the people working in the oil and gas industry and the positive impact they have on their communities and the entire state of New Mexico.
That's all the time we have this week on Who Rocks New Mexico. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. And when you're out and about this week, if you see our men and women in uniform, stop them and be sure and thank them for their service. If you'd like more information on the folks you saw on today's show, check us out on the web at whorocksnm.com. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next week.